there's a time. Tell somebody there's a time for everything. There's a time to weep, Solomon said, and there's a time for laughter. There's a time to mourn, and there's a time, bless God, to take off the mourning clothes and put on your dancing shoes. I mean, even if you've got a time of mourning, how many of you know the Bible said weeping only endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning? Do I have a witness here? You might have to pass through a time of mourning, but as sure as there's a time of mourning in your life, there's also a time of rejoicing. And I don't know about you, but I just like to have more times of rejoicing. As a matter of fact, give me about 2 or 3 people that don't mind rejoicing. Let's just make a little noise. Let's just rejoice. Come on, give him a shout, somebody. Hallelujah. Solomon said, yes, there's a time to laugh. There's a time to mourn. There is a time to dance. He said there's a time to scatter stones in verse 5. And then there's a time to gather them. There's a time to embrace. And there's a time to refrain. Are you hearing me, somebody? There's a time to search, a time to give up, a time to keep, a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love, a time to hate, a time for war, and a time for peace. What does the worker gain from his toil? I have seen the burden God has laid on men. He has made everything beautiful in his time. Hello, somebody. Doesn't that sound like all things work together? How many of you know God can turn ugly into beauty? How many of you know he can turn a mess into a mission? I can't get no help here. That's why the psalmist said he turned for me my mourning into dancing. Dress me up with gladness. Do I have a witness? He said he has also set eternity. Yet they cannot fathom what God has done.